Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Why is Hugo Ekitike banned versus Crystal Palace in Premier League after Carabao Cup red card? Liverpool striker Hugo Ekitike has made a flying start to his Anfield career since joining from Eintracht Frankfurt over the summer. The 23-year-old got off the mark in the Community Shield before bagging 3 goals in his first 5 Premier League outings, including one on his debut in the competition. The former Paris Saint-Germain star also scored Liverpool's winner in their Carabao Cup third-round victory over Southampton, but his actions after scoring that late goal could end up costing him dear. Ekitike pounced late on, rolling the ball home after Saints star Shea Charles had earlier cancelled out Alexander Isak's opener. The Frenchman took off his shirt and held it up in celebration, earning him a second yellow card and therefore a red from referee Tom Bramall. In the moments after the dismissal, there was some confusion over the nature of his suspension, but we're here to clear that up for you ahead of Liverpool's Premier League game against Crystal Palace. Moments after Ekitike was shown red, some appeared to think the suspension would only apply to the Carabao Cup itself. Indeed, this was mentioned on ITV's coverage of the match before the commentary. Team later confirmed he would in fact be suspended for the league. Players who are suspended for accumulation of yellow cards in the Carabao Cup will be banned in that competition, but red card bans go across competitions. It works both ways too, with Chelsea goalkeeper Robert Sanchez missing the Blues' Carabao Cup game in Lincoln after a red card in the Premier League. This only applies to domestic competitions, though. Ekitike is only banned for 1 match, as his red card was for a pair of bookings. But even if he faced a longer domestic ban, he would still be free to feature against Galatasaray in the Champions League on September 30. Ekitike's first yellow card came for his reaction to a refereeing decision, and if that wasn't needless, then his second booking certainly was. Speaking after Tuesday's game, Arne Slot made no excuses for his player. The first one, yellow card, was already needless and to a certain extent stupid because you have to control your emotions, Slot said. I know how hard it is if you play in the Premier League and you are a number 9, then the defender can almost do everything he wants. And when you push him a little bit, you get a free kick against you. But it is always the best to control your emotions, and if you can't, then do it in a way that doesn't lead to a yellow card. So I think I said when I got my red card against Everton, that's always stupid because you can show your emotions. But if it leads to a yellow or red, then it's, to a certain extent, stupid. Then I told him that if you score in a Champions League final in the 87th minute after beating 3 players and hitting it in the top corner, I can maybe understand you say, it's all about me, but I'm old-fashioned, I'm 47, I'm old. And I haven't played at this level, but I did score a few goals. And if I scored a goal like this, I would have turned around and walked up to Federico Chiesa and say, this goal is all about you. This is not about me. So, yeah, needless. Not smart. You call it stupid and I call it stupid. With Ekitike suspended, Slot may be forced to hand a first Premier League start to record signing Isak, despite attempting to ease the Swede into action. Isak wasn't yet at Liverpool when they last met Palace, losing to the Eagles on penalties after a 2-2 Community Shield draw. Liverpool planned to accelerate move for world-class defender after Giovanni Leone. Blow. Liverpool were dealt a significant blow when Giovanni Leone suffered a cruciate ligament injury during their Carabao Cup win against Southampton, not Arne Slot's side beat. Southampton 2-1 at Anfield, but Leone looks set to miss months as he recovers from what has been labeled a devastating injury. Florian Wirtz sent his teammate a message following the blow, while teammates including Alexander Isak also showed their support. This blow leaves Joe Gomez as the only natural senior backup for Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate, leading to major concerns at Anfield. As a result, Liverpool have been assessing center-back options in the transfer market. With suggestions, Slot could sign 2 new defenders to provide additional cover. Liverpool to reignite Marc Guéhi interest after Giovanni. Leone Blow Marc Guéhi has emerged as a key contender for Liverpool after they saw a permanent move for the Crystal Palace captain fall through on deadline day, as I revealed on the latest edition of Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, Liverpool could be forced to reignite their interest in Guehi earlier than originally planned. Football. Insider revealed on 6th September that Liverpool would wait to sign Guehi on a free transfer rather than pursuing a move during the January window. However, speaking on the Inside Track podcast, I explained, it was a huge blow to lose Leone. It looks like it could sideline him for the rest of the season. They were looking to sign Guehi before the close of the summer transfer window, even with the arrival of Leone earlier in the summer. So the interest from Guehi was there in the summer. They couldn't get that deal over the line. They were waiting to see if they were going to do it in the summer if they had enough options in defense, but now, with Leone's injury, it could force them into the market. Maybe then they'll see if Crystal Palace will drop that asking price for Guehi and maybe get that deal done, especially if Liverpool were to suffer more injuries at the back. Crystal Palace could be made to drop their asking price below the $35 million they demanded in the summer if they want to raise funds from his sale. Guehi to consider options ahead of Crystal Palace. Exit Liverpool are no longer the only contenders for Guehi given his potential availability on a free transfer, with the likes of Real Madrid and Chelsea now interested. Football. Insider revealed on 22nd September that Barcelona and Bayern Munich want to sign Guehi on a free transfer at the end of the season. He remains one of the most highly rated defenders in the Premier League, with his England teammate Ezri Konsa labeling him world-class a year ago. BBC Football Insider revealed on 8th of September that Real Madrid could offer Guehi as huge signing-on fee to convince him to make the switch ahead of Liverpool. Should the Reds opt to reignite their interest midway through the season, they will likely be competing with pre-contract offers, making it far from straightforward. Real Madrid send wrong message to Ibrahima Konate at pivotal moment. Real Madrid have sent an awful message to Ibrahima Konate at a pivotal moment. Liverpool don't want to lose their center-back. It's no secret that Real Madrid have Ibrahima Konate in their sights. The Frenchman is out of contract in the summer and potentially leaving Liverpool for free, and so the inevitable reports linking him with a move to Madrid have circulated all summer long. Much as they did with Trent Alexander-Arnold before his own move there in May, Real Madrid love a free transfer after all. And Konate does appear to be leaving the door open to a move, rejecting Liverpool's overtures for nearly a year now. But it looks like Los Blancos are sending an awful message at a pivotal time. Right as Liverpool up their attempts to get a new contract sorted, the noises from Madrid are actually fairly negative. Real Madrid and Ibrahima Konate ESPN make it clear that Real Madrid have not held Konate at the top of their shortlist. Instead, they've wanted to sign William Saliba from Arsenal. The center-back was entering the final year of his contract, potentially opening the door for a sale as the Gunners never wanted to lose him for free. However, Saliba is set to sign a new long-term contract with Arsenal. Konate then isn't their first choice. He's merely a backup option they'll fall back on now that Saliba is off the table. It's very unlike the Alexander-Arnold situation, who was always Real Madrid's main target, and also, unlike Alexander-Arnold, there isn't a unanimous push inside Madrid for Konate. The ESPN report suggests they're not all sold on a move, and other targets are on their mind. It's the wrong message to send Konate as his current club attempt to convince him to stay. Liverpool appear to value him more than Madrid do. Now, it's entirely possible that Real Madrid are playing games here. They may be sending out messages that they're not that interested in order to lower Konate's potential demands. Or, thinking positively, this is actually them saving face because they no longer believe he's heading there. That's certainly the one we're holding on to. It's a story that will naturally dominate Liverpool's transfer stories until it's entirely sorted. Jordan Henderson makes sad admission over Liverpool exit. I probably missed it. Jordan Henderson has revealed that he feels he missed out on a proper Liverpool exit when he departed the club in July 2023. The 35-year-old left somewhat under a cloud, given his controversial decision to sign for Saudi Arabian club Al Ettifaq and unwillingness to play a squad role under Jurgen Klopp. He ultimately missed the German coach's final campaign as Liverpool boss and the incredible start to Arne Slot's tenure. Despite joining Brentford this summer, Henderson has yet to play against his former club since leaving 2 years ago, and he admitted that his quick exit meant he was unable to reel goodbye to the team he captained to Premier League and European glory. "Yeah, I probably missed it," he said in an interview with Sky. "I missed it because of the timing that I left, but I was so lucky and grateful for the time that I did have there. I had a long time, 12 years I think it was. I loved every second of it. I had some amazing relationships, which I still have now there. Now I feel as though in time it's moved on. A new manager, new team, new players, so I'm still a little bit of a fan wanting to do well. I still know a few of the lads," he added. "It's nice to see how good they're doing and how strong they look. And the team's amazing. So many good players. World-class players now, so I can look from afar now and be a bit more of a fan." Henderson has retained close ties with Liverpool and will face some of his former teammates for the first time when the Reds travel to Brentford next month. He was in attendance for the final match of last season when Liverpool lifted the league title in front of fans for the first time in 35 years. An experience Henderson was sadly robbed of due to COVID. Asked what it was like to be back at Anfield for that momentous day, the midfielder replied, "Very nice, actually. It was the first time I'd been back since I left, so I went to watch the game against Crystal Palace, and I wasn't sure how I would feel. I was a bit nervous. I was like, am I going to be emotional? Just because I've never been back. And it was such a big part of my life, but when I went back, I really enjoyed it. Jurgen was there, and then some of the lads as well. I really enjoyed going back, and it was so nice to see them and be there for them to lift it in front of the fans. I think they deserved that as well." Crucial Liverpool star must sign. New contracted has been a scintillating start to the season for Arne Slot's Liverpool. Since losing on penalties to Crystal Palace in the Community Shield, Liverpool have won 7 matches in a row. And one player who has been crucial is Ibrahima Konate. The Frenchman delivered an inspired display in last weekend's Merseyside derby, nullifying an Everton side that had scored 2+ goals in 3 of their previous 4. Whilst Liverpool were able to mount an early 2-goal lead, Idrissa Gana Guai's goal ensured a nervy final half hour for the Reds. It was a nervy test, but Liverpool prevailed 2-1 at Anfield, and arguably the most dominant of Liverpool's back 4 was Konate, who made 8 clearances, won 8 out of 9 aerial duels and 2 out of 4 ground duels, and who blocked a shot and registered 2 tackles. Konate didn't just hold his own in physical duels alongside Virgil van Dijk. He also showcased his quality in possession. Similar to other upper-echelon center-backs like Dean Huijsen, Jehan Bindi, and Marquinhos, Konate thrives at driving the ball forward and keeping it glued to his feet amid pressure. He completed 42 out of 50 passes versus Everton, 1 out of 2 long balls, and he also had a shot blocked. Moreover, he was only dribbled past once. It begs the question, just why haven't Liverpool renewed his contract yet? Real Madrid's interest since arriving from RB Leipzig in 2021, Konate has established himself as one of the premier center-backs in the game, helping Liverpool reach the Champions League final and win 2 EFL Cup titles, 1 FA Cup and 1 Premier League title. And at 26 years of age, he's still well away from reaching his prime. Normally, this would be a no-brainer, but these are not normal circumstances. Real Madrid appear to have put out feelers for the Frenchman with the opportunity to replace Antonio Rudiger and David Alaba on the table. With his contract set to expire on June 30th, Liverpool's hands are tied in their ability to fend off Madrid's charm offensive. This is what I don't understand about the football business, stated ex-Liverpool defender Chris Mavinga in an EPL Index exclusive. When I see the numbers of his contract, he deserves more. I don't know what they see. We're not at the club. We cannot see how he's in the locker room, so if the club thinks he does not deserve a new contract, it's maybe they have some reason. If you see the player from your TV, you think Konate is unbelievable, and you don't understand why they don't sign him to a new contract, but maybe the club sees him take an injection to deal with the pain, stated Mavinga. Similarly to Konate, Mavinga was born and raised in France to African parents, honing his skills in France before playing for Liverpool's reserves from 2006 to 2008. Maybe the club said, "Oh, you can maybe play 35 games, but 1 year he's going to be out for 6 to 8 months, and maybe they anticipate this. Sometimes they have a reason to not want to give him a new contract. Maybe it's the way he's acting in the locker room. Or maybe they have a 15-year-old center back. He's in the academy who's going to do better, I don't know. But I'm just surprised, as everybody who watched Liverpool, Konate is one of the best. He did amazing last season. He's so good. Can Liverpool extend Konate's deal and avoid losing one of their prime assets on a free transfer? Or will Konate become the latest Liverpool defender after Trent Alexander-Arnold to trade Liverpool for real for pennies on the dollar? Stay tuned for what promises to be a marathon contract saga. Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.